is you're going to want to build up your colors so that they almost appear painted. So to do that, we're going to start with the lighter values with the colored pencils. That tends to help things out a little bit. Now that's not always the case with every medium that you use. Effect there. And it really brings your drawing to the point where it looks like it's almost been painted. So I'm going to define the line just a little bit stronger around the edges, closer to the end. A lot of times if you start by outlining at the beginning, I've found, and this is just my own personal approach, it's hard to cover up some of those lines when there's areas that you don't want to actually see those. Just a touch of green in there too. And then I'm going to burnish that just a little bit. There we go. Just the binder material with no pigment in it. And this can be used for burnishing as well. So if I go into this area where I've already applied color, what it's going to do is just going to challenging. I'm going to switch over to brown now. Let me give that yellow green just a little bit of darkness, a little bit of warmth too. They're afraid to do things that kind of trickles down here. Now this marble is transparent, of course, but it also has a lot of gray going on it and some of the stuff that's happening inside of the marble here. It's a little bit darker around the edges. So we can get a little stronger with the gray around the edges. And then again, just so you can see a little bit of the contrast that's happening. Time permitting, we'll go back. And now with the darker brown, I'm going to go ahead and start to define some of the edges here. Since the bulk of this marble is light, I happen to be working on gray paper, which does quite a bit of work for me here. All right, let's tone down. I'm actually going to start by defining the highlights first with this one. So I'll start with a strong highlight that happens at the top. All right. Now that we've got a good base application, we go to the most part, so now we can get a little bit more deliberate with our grain. Everything needs to be just a little bit darker than what we've got. So I'm going to go back with that green and just layer right on top. Start with the brown this time, and then just a little bit of the dark blue coming out in the photo reference. I'm going to have to force myself to do that a little bit because for some reason I want to make it smaller than it should be. And again, that's going to make our highlights pop a little bit more. I have the same difficulty a lot of times, and sometimes it just comes from trial and error. You start to learn which colors are going to shadow down here on the bottom. So just a few more marks with the blue, and right on top with the brown. People say or think are challenging sometimes, and really understand that they may think it's challenging, they may think it's hard, but you can prove to yourself that things that some people think.
Don't forget to visit thevirtualinstructor.com, where you can find over 200 free videos and tutorials like this one. Or become a member and gain access to over 45 hours of art instruction, including weekly live 1-hour lessons and special video courses like the Secrets to Drawing video course, which teaches you the fundamentals of drawing. To become a member, just visit thevirtualinstructor.com/members and subscribe today.